Good morning.
Good morning, Nudelberg Daily Huddle. We survived Nudelberg's 60th. That's good news.
We are embarking on year 60, so off to the races.
Love it.
Nice way to start the day with a little Earth, Wind, and Fire. This
The
is
best.
called gratitude. Just a way to groove us into the last 2 days of June. So it's time to rock and roll. Good morning, Paul Rushton, coming across from the pond. Very nice, across the pond.
I got a question. Would you consider Earth, Wind, and Fire funk?
Rhythm and blues. You know, it's Motowny, if you will.
Right.
Good morning, Sal, Todd, Jeremy. Welcome back. Time to go. So David Allen.
So, you don't know this yet. Jeremy is cousins with Robin in the boat.
Get out of town.
He sends me a picture yesterday. Text me, unbelievable small world. They're cousins, and he knows Mike, the owner of the charter.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which shout out to Robin because she was great. She was an unbelievable host.
Robin was great. Lisa Castro, thank you so much. Kicking off the day with champagne and berries. We had a blast.
FB Marine did it right.
Him and that whole
Spears.
You're right. It was unbelievable. Feeling good. So we had a really good time. Friday happy hour with the Nudelbergs was kind of cool. We got a lot of great feedback having Papa Noodle on. He had a great time. He was so in awe of what we were capable of doing and all the people that were popping in with messages. It was really, really, really fun and really, really cool. So boom, 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 boom. So thank you, Earth, Wind, and Fire, for starting us off. Today's entire conversation is going to be about gratitude. And we'll get to that in a minute. But, you know, we always start off Mondays with a couple of fun facts. And as we enter into July 4th week, kind of crazy, the fireworks business is on fire.
Yeah. Can't help yourself. It's booming. It's booming, if you will. So here's the stats behind this little tidbit. In New York City, there were 11,275 firework complaints in the first 21 days of June. In that same period, a year prior, there were 28. So quick mental math, a 400 or 40,000% increase.
What's going on, man? So crazy stuff. I think a lot of people bored. You and I were just talking about what to do on July 4th. Beaches are closed. So, everybody will be looking for something to do. So get out and have some fun. Couple of birthday shout outs within the huddle. Obviously, yesterday was mine, and I am super grateful for all of the people who took the time on every social media channel to say something, send a GIF, send a video. Way to go, way to get in it. But this morning, we celebrate Bob Goldfarb. Boom, happy birthday. Andrea Garcia. Boom, happy birthday. Fireworks going off. And Pam Constantino from Dex over in St. Pete. Happy birthday. You guys make it a great day. Fellow Cancers, join the club, baby. So one more fact, funny. I think it's kind of neat. For all of us that are using Zoom and all of us that are using this platform to perform our business and stuff, craziness that all of a sudden, I don't know about you, but I found myself waving goodbye on the screen. Mark, did you ever leave a meeting? Did you ever meet with a kid or another?
In the history of business and recruiting and everywhere I've ever been in a visit with somebody, I've never walked out of the building going, bye, see you later. But for some reason, we feel the need to do that on Zoom.
It is totally insane. So I am getting my bearings here, and then we're going to jump right into this gratitude conversation, which I'm really psyched about. Boom, 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 June 29th. Welcome, Coach Wanstadt from the West Coast. Thank you for watching and tuning in. Thank you, everybody. Beth, everybody. Let's jump right in. So you know for a fact that I talk about gratitude all the time. I think gratitude is one of the most significant skill sets that you can hone in order to be great in life, let alone business. For me, all of the struggles, all of the challenges that I've had, I've been grateful for them because they taught me something. I was able to come away with them. Mark, you've been through challenges in your life. Gratitude is something that we focus on. When we were together Friday night, I think we were super grateful for all of us being together. So I thought I'd start out with the actual definition of what gratitude is. Gratitude is the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for, and to return kindness. Wow, I mean, that is so power-packed with words that are thankful, appreciation, and kindness. Go ahead and jump in.
Yeah, I think, the most important time to really have an attitude of gratitude is when you're going through challenges. Because I think, there are personalities, we used to call them in football me guys, and things were always about them all the time. And the easiest way to turn your perspective outward is to have an attitude of gratitude. But the hardest time to do it is when you're going through challenges. So for me, everybody has their own ways, and we're going to talk about a lot of different ways to do it. A big one for me is spiritual. Like Sundays for me, going to Catholic Mass to start my Sunday, it reminds me, just being in a community of people that are willing to sit there to listen to a service that's not about me. This is not about me. And there's a bunch of stuff. I'm actually going to talk about it on Thursday. But that attitude, if it's not about me, and being thankful for where you are and what you have and all the things that are around you, is an unbelievable way to shift your perspective to where it needs to be.
So I think, in all of the experiences I've had in my life, all of the coaching I get to do, all of the team settings I'm in, I think that people need to understand how to practice gratitude. I don't think that it's something that's innate. I think you need to learn, you need to focus. And just like every other skill set, just like going to the gym and working your muscles, it doesn't happen unless you do the reps. And so, really is a daily habit and a daily exercise where if you calendar time in your day to be grateful, there's lots to be grateful for. And, Tony Robbins, talks about it all the time. I wrote it in my book. If you can't find something to be grateful for, something's really, really, really wrong. So you and I put together a whole list. There's lots of these. We're not going to spend the whole huddle going through them, but 8 ways, let's jump on and off, you and I, 8 ways to have more gratitude every single day. Number 1 is don't be picky. Be grateful for everything that comes your way. Be grateful for the stop that you're stopped at a red light, because who knows, maybe if you made the green light, there's an accident up ahead that you just don't know. You really don't.
There's a funny thing that pops in my mind. For those of you that are Sons of Anarchy fans out there, there's a character in there that every time something happens to him, he says, I can accept that. I can accept that. I accept that. So that it's funny because that's a character in a show, but that's the exact point of don't be picky, appreciate everything, is just say thank you all the time. Which leads us directly to number 2, which is find gratitude in your challenge, because you have to have, and we talked about this, being optimistic is different than just being joyful, right? Being optimistic is knowing that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You don't know how long it's going to take you to get to that light. You don't know how hard it's going to be, but be thankful for the challenge because growth is coming from it. But if you don't stay aware and be thankful of that challenge, you're never going to be able to grow because you won't find the opportunity.
So I love this topic because it washes over you and it really makes you pay attention. So rewiring your brain to focus on things and to be positive, you can do that with the practice of mindfulness. And mindfulness is a whole, it's a generational thing now. My friend Sherry, who was on last week, Shelly rather, who was on last week, she's a mindfulness coach. It's becoming part of corporate culture. It's really about spending time within your own mind, quiet, and just thinking about the things that you could be grateful for. And sometimes it's just looking at the sun, it's looking at the trees. There's so much to be grateful for that as a practicer of the laws of attraction, the more you're grateful for, the more the world of abundance comes to you. So, I love that, when you do this every day, it feeds itself and gets better and better and better and better.
So while you're practicing mindfulness and you're thinking about these things, we talk about it all the time. Write it down. Jeffrey Williams commented in here, I just got done with my writing in my gratitude journal. That is number 4, is keep a gratitude journal, right? Number 1, it's great to journal everything in your life because it's great to go back and see what your perspective was, see what you're thinking. But also when you're thinking about the things you're happy for, and then you physicalize them and actually writing them and putting them down on paper. So not only are you thinking about them, but then you're seeing them and reading them again. It allows you to really cement in there the things you're happy for and know them.
For everybody who's commenting, again, this will be posted in the Facebook group, Nudelberg Daily Huddle. If you're not part of that, the reason to be that in that group is every single morning we're posting music of the day, a song to help rewire your brain, help you have more gratitude, and then we'll put all of the content like this. So number 5 is volunteer. And it's amazing how many times I sit down with somebody and the initial consult with them, I ask them, what charities are you actually involved in, and what do you do to volunteer your time and your mind? And they go, I don't really do that. And the gratitude that you get from sending your hand down, or what I call about sending the elevator back down. I was once there. So when people reach out to me to say, hey, will you have a conversation? I'm volunteering my time to do that. This morning, I'm speaking to the Diabetes Research Foundation. They're having their annual retreat, and they're doing it virtually. And I am the virtual keynote. I'll spend 45 minutes setting the tone for the next 2 days worth of conversation, because it's opening them up to the possibilities, what's possible. And volunteering for something that is important to you, or important, it's affected one of your family members, is a very, very key part of living it, not only talking it.
Give of yourself for others. I think that's the best part about coaching, is that everything you do in coaching is giving yourself to other people to help them achieve success, which is something that's very important to me. So taking us to number 6 is express yourself, which I immediately sing the song when I hear that. Express yourself. Okay, so you're thinking it, right? So you're already practicing mindfulness. Then you're keeping a gratitude journal. So you're thinking it, you're writing it, then say it. Tell the people that you're thankful for that you're thankful for them. Put it in a post on social media, send them a text, make it a call, make it an email, make it a handwritten note, whatever it is, whatever way that you can reach to that person, but put it out there to the universe, make it known publicly that you're thankful for a person, for a thing, for a place, for that time. Think it, write it, say it.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. So we're moving on. Number 7 in the top 8. I have another list of 40 that, if we have time, we can sort of just jump through, but this is really, really important. We live it. Spend time with loved ones. The time we spent together Friday night, kicking off my birthday weekend, is immeasurable in terms of the return. It's not about monetary gifts. It's not about anything other than just being together. And I used to not be so grateful for that. There was a part of my career that I was sort of programmed, go out and make the money, go out and build and do and whatever. and my family came second. And that's totally been reversed for me, because I'm so grateful to, number one, have the family, to go out and spend the day on the water with them, which was so great. And so it's my greatest gift. It gives me so much pleasure that in turn, people wind up being affected by that energy, by that, it's a glow of, wow, what's going on with you? So I'm proud. We posted it all over social media. It's unbelievable. So spend time with loved ones, and social media and Zoom and all of this stuff has made it easier to do that.
So I think when you talk about spending time with loved ones, there's a key thing that I'm not great at. Not all time is the same. So making sure that you're present when you're there. Gabby works with me all the time on that, because I am 100% the squirrel that's like distracted by every little thing that happens in my life. So when you're spending time with loved ones, make sure you're present. Put the phone aside, whatever it is, give them yourself for that time, even if it's only 5 minutes. I love saying to Kai, hey, these are our 5 minutes. Nothing else is going on. What are we doing for these 5 minutes? It's incredible what can happen with that. And then number 8 is improve your happiness in other areas of your life. So being grateful, being happy, all of that goes into your mood. So what can you do to affect your mood? Exercising more, whatever the hobbies are that you have, whether it's, pottery or, playing golf, whatever the things are, it's reading, it's sharing, there are tons of things that you can do to improve the quality of your life, but you have to make it happen. You've got to schedule it. You've got to decide to do it. You have to take the action in making it happen to improve all of the areas of your life with the actions that you're doing.
So we've got a couple of minutes left, so I'm just going to get random on another list of 40. And by no means is this the only list. You can add to this. This has been a lifetime of work that just keeps me, I know every single morning I like to watch the sunrise. I'm enamored by the nature of it. And so just by looking at it, spending 30 seconds, stop, look around, look at trees, look at birds, look at all the things around you. So nature is so unbelievable. Like Scott Garber says, be where your feet are, man. Just totally be there. So I don't know if you have any other random ones. I can keep going. I've got,
Yeah, Grandpa said it on Friday, and it's in your book, and smile. Just change your face. Like Abby said this to me yesterday. She goes, "What's the matter?" And I was like, "Nothing." She's like, "Tell your face." So, you don't even realize what your face is doing sometimes. Be conscious of your face and put a smile on it.
It's along that same theme. I live in a condo. There are guys that are the doorman and the guys who valet. Well, not only do I tip them consistently, I constantly compliment them. And they in turn say to me, we'll do anything for you. I keep trying to get them to call me Steve instead of Mr. Nudelberg, because I said Mr. Nudelberg is my dad. But they go out of their way because I compliment them. So one of the things you can do with your family, with your friends, with your coworkers is compliment them. And this is a tricky one because you have to be really genuine. Like if you really think someone looks good, tell them. Like, I really appreciate the fact that people have said, dude, your face is so much thinner. I put a lot of hard work into it. It's been, a lot that I gave up to get there, but it makes me feel good. I have gratitude for them saying something to me. So I think it's really, really important.
There was a great comment in here, and I don't remember who said it because it's still scrolling, but they said, practicing gratitude will help keep the negative thoughts at bay. It's exactly right. You only have so much capacity in your brain for thoughts. So if you think of it as your timeline that you're scrolling through, or you think of it as a cargo ship that you can load each cargo container, each container is filled with something. If you're filling those containers with positive thoughts, you have less containers for negative. So it's exactly right. It's a great way of talking about it.
I love that. The idea, that's super cool. So we could keep going. Thank you notes are an obvious one. You know, they make me feel good anticipating how I'm going to make someone else feel. But I would like today, if we can, we have music about gratitude. We've had this conversation, and we can all take one day a week and concentrate on not complaining about anything, because complaining is a negative in your mind. It's a self-talk track that defeats you before you even go walk out the door. And we succumb to that. The tell me something good came from when I ask people, they immediately go negative. Oh, something's wrong. This happened. The pandemic. Don't focus on that. Spend today, all of us, if you can commit to do it, share it with the people in your tribe that today, Monday, June 29th, we are not going to complain about everything. Things will change, and we have the power to change it. So what an awesome way to kick off the day. I am grateful for every single one of you that joins us in the morning. I'm grateful for every single comment that we get about what we're doing, how we're doing it, who we're doing it with. Mark and I were saying just about every conversation we have with somebody when we're off of this starts with, hey, thank you for doing the morning huddle. We're not getting paid for it. We're doing this because someone needs to lead the charge and be the positive influence. You can be that person to the people that are around you today. So boom, there's your firework for the day.
I love it. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for this huddle, all of the opportunity that's happening right now. I'm super happy and thankful. So thank you, guys.
Just listen to Earth, Wind, and Fire. I want to thank you. Yeah.
Make it a great one.